Hello, and welcome back to the last, the last episode of season 3. That is sad. That's sadder than that. No, this isn't.
No, really sad.
It's not banter. It's not banter.
Best till last.
Here we are, the last of season 3 of An Unorthodox CEO. So hello and welcome back. I am, as always, Steve Pickering, a CEO of Sussex Beds. And today, for our last episode before we have a little break, I am joined by my good friend, Colin Easton. Colin Easton, welcome to the pod, Colin Easton.
Thank you very much.
Now, it doesn't say on my card here, but what actually, because Colin comes from the big, huge corporate world of HP.
HP, yes.
HP, large format printers.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is.
What is your title?
My current title is Large Format Print.
Yep.
UK and I Country Lead.
And that's why, I mean, you should see
the business card.
The business card is Is that why the title's so big?
Exactly,
Because large format printers, there's my card. Yes, yeah. So we're welcome, Colin, and we are going to be chatting all about the print industry.
Exciting, very exciting.
Yes, print industry, how it's changed, plus how we know each other and how we work on Gangshow, because you're involved in Gangshow.
Isn't everybody?
It does seem that way, doesn't it? It does seem that way. I drag everybody in. Yeah. Once you're a friend, that's it. You're in.
You're in.
And there's
finished.
no escape. So we're going to be talking all things Gangshow and print, which is going to be
exciting,
fascinating. But also, I think the corporate world, which is, I've never been involved, and really hearing your experiences of how that actually is, yeah?
And it is quite different to other businesses.
Yes.
And I've done lots of things all the way through, from really tiny little companies through to what is...
Yeah. How big is HP?
55,000 staff, 50 billion turnover, and worldwide.
Yeah.
Just... Huge.
Yes.
Selling printers, PCs, laptops, workstations, peripherals.
Wow.
Small printers, big printers, everything.
Fascinating.
Anything with a plug on the end that needs IT, we've got it.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
Never dreamed that I would probably ever work for a corporate.
No. And how you got there, really? Because, as you say... anyway, before we go on, we're starting the pod already. We're off. I can tell this is going to be a long one. So don't forget, before we go on, click that subscribe button, because when we do come back in a few weeks' time, you don't want to miss the next round, season 4 of our incredible podcast. So click that subscribe button now. So let's carry on. Colin. Hello. So, where did we meet first, Colin?
Well, I had to have a really good think about this.
Yes.
Because, like most people that have been on this podcast, there is some sort of connection with the Gangshow.
Yes.
Back when it was called the Scout Show.
Yeah.
That's where we first met. And I was trying to work out what year that would have been.
Yes.
And I think it would have been about 1984.
Really? Was it as bad?
Now, I know that this is a podcast.
Yeah. Although it is, as I said, a lot more people watch on...
Which I was surprised at.
On the Tube of the Ewings.
But I tried to find a picture of us together.
Yes.
And I only found a picture of you. Now, whether or not I cropped myself out is open for... But this is when we met, Steve.
Oh, look, I look so happy. I look so happy.
So
there I am, little scout, scarf on. 1984, 12.
Yeah, because we're the same. Because we're the same age, Steve, aren't we?
Although Colin is a year older because he was in the year above me. You see, so he's in the school year above me, which makes him a year older. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So that's what I found.
Is that right?
I thought I'd have a little dig through my pictures and see where we connected.
Oh my goodness.
And that was what I found.
Yeah, and what I find fascinating here, and this shows the complete difference between me and Colin, is if you're watching on YouTube, you will see on our lovely coffee table, all of Colin's preparation for the podcast. And you'll see on my side all of my preparation for the podcast. And I think this really demonstrates the difference we have, the wing it and
the preparation. Absolutely, we're different kind of leaders.
we are. We're very different. Yes. But as we were saying, though, I think sometimes that's needed in business, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Your skills, my skills, we would probably be a fantastic team.
I would think so. Because I look at the team that I have, and I'm super privileged with the people I have in that work with me. And I truly believe it's with me, not for me.
Yeah.
And they're all different. They all have lots of different stuff.
Yeah.
And what I'm not good at, they're good at. And what they're not so great at, I might be all right at.
And I think that is a good team, isn't it? A good mixture, whether you use disc profile or not. You need the differences. If you were all just one side of the disc, it wouldn't go nowhere. No, you wouldn't have the creativity, or you wouldn't have the impulse. You wouldn't have the detail. You wouldn't have the.
You wouldn't have the note takers.
The note takers
and the planners.
That's why I now record everything. That's my note taking, and then chuck it into an AI afterwards and say, "Tell me what we spoke about." Yeah, that's fantastic. Anyway, so we met in 1984, but. How did you get to where you are now? How did your journey? Because I'm guessing you never started out leaving school thinking, I want to be in the print world.
Absolutely not.
Corporate.
No, I had no idea. School was not for me. And as my parents only found out later in life that I didn't really go to school that much. So on a Wednesday it didn't really turn up because it was an early finish on a Wednesday, so I thought, well, what's the point in turning up at all? So we didn't go to school on a Wednesday because that was nice. There was a little bump in the middle where you have a break. And Thursday mornings was always double French. I went, I don't like French, so I didn't come in on a Thursday morning. So I bumbled my way through school, came out with okay results, but clearly could have done a lot better. Must try harder. Went to college, did a business studies course, and came out as a 2/3 qualified accountant. So my idea was to be an accountant. But whilst I was at college, I had to fill up all my little courses, and one of them was learning how to type. Or I had to take one, and I thought I'll learn how to type. And the reason was because I thought if I learn how to type, there'll be a room full of women and just me. And it was true. It was 27 women and 3 blokes. So it was a great thing. But what that led to was my first job as a secretary. So the first job that I ever got was actually a secretary for a lady in Battle working for a design company. So that was the first little step into the print world, was as a secretary in a design company in Battle.
A design agency.
So
you can see where that's heading.
And then they went bust. And then a new company took over the building they were in, which was a publishing company. And so I joined them and eventually became their production manager for a publishing company, producing newspapers. So it was an odd way of supposed to be an accountant. I started as a secretary and then ended up working as a designer and page layout person.
So you didn't finish the accounting side?
No, I didn't. I dabbled a little bit at Barclays Commercial Services for a short time, but realised it was a little bit dull and it really didn't fit me.
No.
So, not that accountants are dull, because that's not what I'm saying. But it was definitely a different thing.
Yes.
And I thought, that's not for me. I need to go and do something else.
Yeah.
So off I went and did something else.
And did you gel to it straight away, or because it's interesting you sort of say, at school not interested. I wasn't interested in French. I didn't do a whole day on Wednesdays, and yet. Obviously, today you are probably one of the most focused people I know within work, and
I think my early years of working put me on a trajectory.
Yeah,
and I very quickly worked out that I needed to work hard and wanted to work hard because that's how I viewed success.
Right.
And so when I worked in this company, I worked really hard, like a lot of people. I'm not saying,
yeah.
And so, but I worked really hard. I worked really long hours, and to make a difference. But what I learned at the same time was working long hours didn't necessarily get you recognised or rewarded for doing it.
No.
So I then worked out that actually that's not quite what you need to do. But it pointed me in the direction going, whatever I do, I commit to it. It's 100%.
Yeah.
If I don't want to do it, I just won't do it.
No.
But if I'm going to do it, it's 100%.
Yeah.
And I probably have taken that all the way through, not only my work, but my personal life, that if I'm going to do something,
it's all or nothing.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had a little time in Battle working, and somebody approached me and said, why don't you come and work for us in Essex? And I was 19 at the time.
Yeah.
And I went, I don't know anyone in Essex. I don't know anything about this company really. And I thought, I'll go and do that. Which was, and the person that invited me to go and work ended up being a lifetime friend, and a mentor, and a measure, and my measure of success.
Yeah.
My mate Martin.
Yeah.
Was the person that invited me to go and work for him in Essex.
What was that? Who was that?
Martin Secula.
Yeah.
And it was a company, was an IT reseller, so they were the company that was selling IT equipment.
Oh, I see.
And I bought
the
the IT equipment I was working on in Battle from them.
Oh, I see.
So it was a very odd introduction. And when I went to go and work for them, I didn't have anywhere to live, and he had a company house. And he said, well, I've got a spare room, why don't you share the house with me? And I didn't even know the bloke, and it was a very odd experience, but I was like, might as well give it a go.
Yeah.
And
so that was into the reselling.
Yeah, so I then started doing a little bit of reselling. I was part of their technical team to coach people on what technology they needed to buy, when they were doing publishing and stuff, and showed them how to make up pages on the computer and stuff. And it was interesting listening to Paula's podcast only this morning, and she was talking about old school printing, about there not being computers back in the day. And I was fortunate, I came in just at the bridge of when it went from being lots of analog stuff to going to computers.
Yes.
So I had a little bit of this analog bit, and then working straight onto Apple Mac computers, which was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yes, yeah.
And but then I started helping people work out, well, if you're doing this, but you need to buy this.
Yeah.
And that was my first real foray into selling.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't had any formal selling training or anything. I just tripped over and went, oh, I'll give that a try.
Yeah.
And did that.
And how long did you do that for, and where did that lead?
I was there for probably a couple of years there. Unfortunately, that company folded. It sounds like I'm joining companies and they're folding.
I think HP's quite safe.
Yeah, I think they're quite safe. Yeah, we're all right there. But then I when that company wasn't so successful, I then ended up working in London.
Oh, right.
And I think the one thing that I learned from being in Essex was, and jumping around, was you shouldn't be afraid of trying something new.
No.
Whatever you do in life, you should try and explore and enjoy outside of the comfort zone. And even we were talking just outside about being outside of the comfort zone. You should just embrace it, because it will be different. And different isn't always bad. Different can be great. But you learn your most sometimes when you're outside of your comfort zone. So I went into London and worked in London, and that was a big part of where I started stepping into larger organisations. The company I worked in there was about 100 million turnover, and it was great. It was 200, 150 staff, and it was my first chance of speaking to large corporate companies, and my first discussions with big print companies like Epson, who I ended up working for a while, before I then made the transition and joined HP. And 17 years later, I thoroughly enjoyed the journey that I'm on there as well. But I never thought I would go from being at college and first job secretary to leading a business in the UK for a corporate brand like HP. Just wouldn't even dream of it. No.
So HP, you found yourself to HP, and you spoke about Martin as well. So he did he follow you in that, or where did?
We actually followed each. I probably ended up following him, if I'm brutally honest, because when we left, I went to another company for a short period of time, and he went into London. And he phoned me up and said, "We're looking for somebody. You should come," because we'd still been on and off sharing houses and flats together, because we were all over the place. And he said, "Come work for Computers Unlimited in London. It'd be great. You'll love it." And I went, I'll give that a go. That sounds like a great idea. And because he was always a couple of years older than me, but I looked at him as he never really changed. It's like you, Steve.
Just like you're just a year older.
But I guess I looked at him as, he was a mentor to me, because he definitely gave me lots of guidance over the years, over many, many years. But he was also my measure of success, because I was following sort of in his footsteps, but not quite the same trail. But I looked at him and thought, he looks like he's successful. He feels like success. So if I can be at least 1 or 2 steps behind him in a career path, then I must be doing all right. And so over many, many, many years, and crikey, nearly 30 years, I was always 1 or 2 steps behind it, and it kept me focused on what's the next thing. Deliver what you're doing now, but what's next? So
always looking to the next. You've mentioned the word success quite a few times. What is success to you?
Back in the day, I would say my measure of success was probably how much money I was earning.
Really?
Absolutely. I was driven by money. And I'm not ashamed to say that was my drive. And I had a certain goal in mind of what I wanted to achieve at some point in my career. And I got there. I got to my goal. And then I went, well, what do I do now? I've reached that milestone that I wanted. Now what do I do? And I think it's only later in life, in the last 10 or 15 years, that the money is irrelevant. It means nothing to me. I could earn a penny, I could earn £1 million, it wouldn't make a jot of difference. It's how I end up feeling about what I do and the people I work with, and how I make them feel, and the customers I interact with. If they're happy and they see success, however they measure success, then I think I'm successful. And it's got nothing to do with money.
So, when we work in our business, and you're trying to build a business and build a team around you, purpose, a purpose comes into what we're trying to do, and our purpose is to try and help people improve their sleep. With HP, what is Do you find yourself following what their purpose is? What is their purpose?
So, if I look at HP,
yeah,
their purpose is to make a difference to the world with the IT, and this is now the corporate Colin coming out, which I don't show a lot probably to most people because my work persona is very different from my home persona. But theirs is about trying to transform the world with the IT products that we have in a sustainable way. And I translate that back to what's important to me by going, we're trying to change and improve people in the best way possible. And that's their measure of success. I mean, the measure of success is their global turnover is a chunky old number, but at the same time, we're trying to do the right thing by everybody and do it in a sustainable way. And so everyone's using sustainability as a big buzz. But HP take it really seriously, and I do to a degree. But it's the ethos that I bought into, and 17 years of working there, I wouldn't dream of working anywhere else.
No.
Every year we get a survey saying, would you like to carry on working at HP? What do you think of the people and all these things? And every time I tick, absolutely. I would.
See, that fascinates me because you said there's 55,000 people. Keeping 55,000 people engaged and connected to that business is quite a undertaking, isn't it? I mean, we have 54 people. And, trying to keep everybody engaged, committed and aware of what you're trying to achieve is hard enough with 54. But with 55,000 people, how do you do that?
You're very reliant on really good local leaders. And when it's ever local, whether it's geography or the business unit, whether you're selling workstations or large format printers or whatever you're selling, you have to have great local leaders that understand HP's drive and what they want to achieve and disseminate that down to your local team. And my local team, we're a team of, 12 people or so. And I think we, as a team, do an exceptional job of doing what we need to do, which also equals back to what HP want us to do. But you definitely need lots of smaller people in the organisation to go and make that happen, or otherwise,
totally committed.
You won't get what you need. 55,000. I mean, you talk to the CEO of the business, and he's got 55,000 people to talk to. So you're not going to really get to speak to him. So
no, you don't see him very often.
No.
That's fascinating, isn't it? How they manage that and to be so committed to that. It's incredible journey, because I think there's several stages in a business where businesses get stuck. And I know one is, I think, 9 employees. The next is 50. And I believe the next after that is 250 employees, where communications but to communicate to 55,000 people and to keep them all really on the same track is
we use lots of different methods, and podcasts is one of them. And this is all very new to me, so I'm 53 and I don't do podcasts, so it's surprising I'm in the room.
Some people would say that I don't either.
But we use everything, because you've got to use every method of communication. Because you've got to be able to do it. You've got to be able to do video. You've got to be podcasting, email, and Teams calls, and anything and everything to get it across. Because everyone consumes stuff in a different way. I don't consume what I do, and if I have to read something, I'm a great customer. I'm a great advocate for printing, because if I have to read something that's more than a page long, I print it. I'm old school. I print it out. I mean, I've printed stuff out right now.
There it is.
And because that's just what I do. So
So I guess really we need to speak about, because we're sort of saying large format printers, and people think of HP, and we need to actually clarify that. When we say HP...
not the source company.
Not the source. No, not the source.
They are the computer company, but the most important part is obviously print.
Print. Yeah, and large format, because I think everybody, majority wouldn't know what a large format printer is.
No.
We're lucky that we have two, and I think we've had ours about 10 years, I would think.
And you know what? I thought about this before
Yeah.
I came in and went, I think you've had large format printers for about 12 years.
Is it 12 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, 12 years ago, you'd have said, a large, what's that? And they are huge printers. They're not printers you have at home.
Yep.
No, I'll put a picture up.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. I hope it was an HP one as well. Perfect. On brand. Perfect.
But they enable us to print posters, graphics, floors, walls. I mean, you know,
anything,
all of this,
anything and everything. Most people have no idea what they're actually seeing and where it came from, unless you are probably in the industry. And I look at it when I first gave you a printer back in the day, a tiny little 24-inch thing. You went, oh my God, this is amazing! I can't believe I can do this. And then you got a couple more printers, nice big HP ones. And you went, this is changed our business.
Absolutely.
And because you went, we have some ideas in the office, and then we have to go to a design agency who then say, right, we'll design it for you, and then we go to a printing company and then we'll print it for you, and by which time Easter's come and gone, and we're now into the next season. You go, oh, we missed that. And then I remember you telling me about it, saying, we can now have a meeting on a Monday morning, and by Tuesday something's in the shop.
Absolutely, prototypes and
change things. And people go, well, what am I looking at? And you go, well, you're looking at, before you even get to the shop, you're having a mail shot, so you've got something in the post. You'll walk down the street, you might have a billboard, and then you'll see a poster or a flag outside flopping around going, Sussex Beds, come in here, blah, blah, whatever. And then on the window, you'll have graphics on the window going, we've got a great buy one, get one free bed. I hope I haven't ruined your next promotion.
That's fine.
Or a good trading offer, I think is a good one.
That's coming next
So plug here, trade in. But that's even before you get in your shop. So even just from a retail experience, you've consumed print before you even got to the shop, and then you walk in the shop and you've got wallpaper up, and you've got things on the bottom of the bed giving the product details and floor graphics and all of that is all done on large format print.
Absolutely. And for us, it's been transformational. It's retail experience. You know, it's not just a big room full of square products, chuck it in there. You know, everything's thought about, everything's designed, everything's enhanced. You're looking at how to bring the benefits of each product through, and you know, they are absolutely invaluable. And for us, it's been transformational. I mean, they're great. So, corporate-wise, and I've seen you on the ups and downs. So, we spoke about the ups, the stress. So, I mean, the pressure. Is there a lot of stress and pressure?
I can say over the years, immense, and I'm hugely grateful for the job that I have, because it's given me different choices. But at the same time, there is always an invoice to pay, and the invoice sometimes comes in a way you don't really want, which is the stress and the challenges it brings to your home life, because it's very difficult to leave work at work. Everybody carries it home. No matter how much you want to leave it at work, sometimes it carries home. And I've been through a couple of marriages now, and one of the factors in that has definitely been my commitment to work. And you sometimes lose sight of what's important, and focus more on the job and be a hunter-gatherer provider, and then sometimes forget about what's the really important stuff of what real success is. Success isn't this; it's the home piece is where success comes from, and I'm very guilty, I suppose. I carry some guilt about the fact that I allowed my job to take over a lot of me, because I took the burden of running the business or doing the job I was doing at that particular time. I took it so seriously that it was almost all-consuming. And corporate world will eat you up and allow you to bury yourself into everything. They'll take everything you've got and more if you allow it to. And it's only now, in the last 10 years, I've made a distinct change to go, work is work, but when you finish, leave it. And
you manage that now?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's taken a long time, but on a Friday, like today, it's 10 to 4.
It is, yeah.
I left home at 2:30.
Yeah.
Turn my phone off.
Yeah.
Close my laptop. It goes in a drawer.
Yeah.
And then it comes out on Monday morning.
Really?
And in the evenings, I might work till 6, maybe 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But when I stop, I close it. It goes in a drawer, and I don't look at it.
No.
But it's
so at the height of when you were deep in it, sort of talk us through your day, week then, before you could cut off.
I would be waking up. I've always been early, so I'm an early person. I don't like working. I'd rather work really early than work really late. But I would always be up early. I'd be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'd be working, whether that be working from home or going on the road, travelling. And the job took me. With HP and before HP, I was travelling all over the UK. But I was also travelling outside of the UK as well. Lots of time in Barcelona, and other jobs took me around Europe. So there's a lot of time away from home, and it takes its toll. But a normal day or a normal week, I could wake up on a Monday morning, go, I'm working from home this week, and then something happens, and then I'm away for the week. And that was last week. I was at home on Monday morning, went, I'm home all week, and then something happened, and that was it. I was away for 3 days. And it brings an element of stress because you're suddenly having to react to something and go and do it, but also know that the consequence of that, the indirect consequence, is you're now not at home.
No.
And everybody likes to go home, and living in a hotel sounds great and fantastic, an expense budget, I can tell you. It's not. It's horrible. It's not what you think it is. Maybe for the first year you go, oh, really exciting. And then after that you go, I'd rather be in my own bed with the people I care about around and being able to do stuff. So it is incredibly stressful. And probably at the peak it was long days, probably easily 12, 16-hour days. Very intense, with lots of pressure. Got to make a number happen, because we are a numbers-driven company. Every company has to be success. Success for a company is bottom line, what's in the right-hand corner. Is it black or is it red? And so you've got to make that the right number. And somehow you have to find a way to do it. And I took way too much of that burden on myself. And that's probably some of the learnings in my latter years of working of not to do that, is to learn how to delegate more.
Yes.
And give accountability and responsibility to people to succeed and fail. Because I truly believe that to succeed you have to fail to know where failure is and how to then improve and not do that again. And I implore everybody that if you aren't failing, you're not trying hard enough.
No.
So there is always the push too far and go, right, that's where the boundary is, and I don't need to do any more. But it's taken me a long time to get there. But I'm happy to say that I feel that I have the right balance now, that I take enough of the pressure, but I delegate enough of it, and I let it go. Yeah. And on the weekends, we meet up. Yeah. Most people will say something about their job, and I don't probably talk about my job ever. No. If anyone asks me what I do...
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting question, because we had this last week, didn't we? Yeah. What do you say? If someone says, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, and for me, the same answer I come out every time is, I sell printers.
How many of us? Yeah. Yeah.
And even the people closest to me probably still don't know what I actually do on a day-to-day basis. I just go to work, I sell some printers, and I come home. And it's obviously way more complicated than that. And I don't actually sell anything anymore. No. There's a team behind me that do a fantastic job and sell everything. Yeah. And I just lead and give direction and support where I can. Yeah. And hopefully they all do a fantastic job and we make the number happen. But it's different job, but for most people, go, Colin, you work for HP, you're large format print, what's that? Don't know. I sell printers. Done.
So are you saying at the height of your stressful period, you were too much of a superhero leader? Yeah, and what I mean by that is, I'll do it all.
Absolutely, and 100%.
I only trust myself.
Yep.
So I'm going to do it. I don't trust anyone else, and that's where you took on more and more and more, and
yep.
And today you have learnt to use your team and trust your team.
Absolutely, and it really is a trust thing. And I was given trust back when I was coming up through from being a salesperson or a category manager or marketing or whatever it was I was doing at the time. Someone trusted me to go and do the job, and I absolutely failed in the process of doing all of the jobs I've done. I have failed, but at the same time I've been incredibly successful at the same time, and I now know that I have to apply the same back, because I can't do everything. I am not the superhero riding on a white knight riding on a horse, and all superheroes don't wear capes. That's not what I need to be, because I can't do everything and I don't actually have all the answers.
No.
And so I now rely heavily on everybody else in the business to actually make it work.
And have you seen more success since letting go than when you were doing it all yourself?
In the last year, I made a distinct change in one of my approaches at work, and by doing it, success came. And the measure of success was how many printers did we sell, what was our market share, and did we do the revenue, and all the business metrics behind went up.
By using more people and not being
and not holding on to stuff and changing the way that I worked and talked to people. I made the change and allowed them the breathing space to go and make the mistakes that I would have made, but learn from them and then come back and do it better next time round. And that for me gave me, and Trish, my wife, would say absolutely. She would say that she sees the difference in what I did, because she knew what I changed, because it was a purposeful, painful process of change I went through, and it was very difficult, but at the same time I had to do it, and I came out and I'm a better person for it, and I feel better and the results are better. So for me it was success, real success, but it was painful, really painful.
What was the change? What was the big change?
I definitely had way more control, and wanting to be in the detail on everything.
Yes.
And I stepped off.
Right.
And let go.
And that was conscious.
It was a conscious decision.
Yeah.
And by doing that, there were several people in the organisation that saw a difference, and they immediately responded to it. And nothing was ever said. No. It was a conscious decision. I spoke to my manager and said, you may see some changes in my approach, but I'm doing it there's an active reason for doing this, and the outcome should be what I want. And it was. But it definitely was me having to change, because you can't change people. You have to change if you want a different outcome.
So it was about a year ago?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to bring this up. So also about a year ago, and correct me if I'm wrong, you are now 14 months alcohol free.
I am. Actually, yes. I am.
So was that something you did at the same time? Was this a big change?
It would have been, because I definitely was, at a personal level, I was struggling, really struggling. I was struggling with many things, and eventually you have to make some changes, because if you don't, you'll probably end up in an incredibly dark place.
Was you headed towards a dark place?
I think I was. I think I was not I was not in a good place. And so you go, well, I have to do something about this. I have to go and talk to somebody about this, and I need to then go and make some change. And I've always been very open about the fact that having had counselling several times in my life through different changes that have happened and difficult times, I've reached out and gone, do you know what, I don't have all the answers, but I need to get some answers, so I need some help. And so I went and got some help, and they pointed me in the right direction on things to do. And one of them was I went, do you know what, I'm going to stop drinking. No, not only because of that, but from a health perspective as well. I went, I like my food and I like my drink, but I can't have both. So I'll give up one of them. And I like my food a lot.
You like, especially chocolate.
Especially chocolate. So I went, I'll try not drinking.
Yeah.
So I tried a week.
Yeah.
And there was always an excuse. There's always a birthday. There's always a business meeting. There's always every week, every month. There's always a something.
Yes.
And I just went, I'm just going to stop.
Yeah.
So I did a week and did a month, and then I did 6 months, and then I did a year, and I went, bloody hell, this is. So it wasn't that difficult. The only thing I missed wine, because there's no credible alcohol-free wine. But
if there are, please send us some bottles.
Absolutely, just send it via Sussex Beds, and I'll pick it up, and then I'll give you a rave review. But I think that probably helped my process.
Yes.
Of having a lot more clarity on stuff, because I don't ever have a hangover.
No.
Not that I was a functioning alcoholic, because I wasn't.
No.
But at the same time, on the weekend, I definitely have a few beers.
Yes.
And I don't miss it at all.
You don't?
No, don't miss it at all. And I'll sit there and have a beer with everyone.
Yes.
Mine just won't have any alcohol in it.
No.
But that was definitely an active decision to change rather than expect change to happen for me, because it doesn't. You have to do that.
No.
So
yeah, I'd take my hat off. I talk about you quite often being alcohol free, and aspire to do that. Really,
It's not for everybody, and I'm not saying I'll never not drink ever again, because I'm sure I will. But
do you think so? Because
I say I never
break that now.
The year bit, when I thought about going over a year, I was like, I don't want to have a drink now because I'm just nearly at a year.
Yeah,
and I was like, it's a milestone. That's cool.
Yeah.
And
now it'd be like, you drink. I don't know. It's very difficult to go back, isn't it?
And I don't have any need to go back.
No,
I say need. I mean, it sounds like I was a functioning alcoholic. God, I need a drink. But I don't. Yeah. I don't need. I don't need that.
No.
Yeah.
And earlier in our chat, you spoke about Martin.
Yeah.
Now, sadly, Martin's not with us.
Yeah.
And that was a tough point. Was that the same point as?
I think in everything that everyone has difficult things in their own lives, and I'm no different from anyone else. People lose people. People have all their different challenges, whether that be health, with marriages, loved ones, or work, or whatever it is. But Martin was. That was very difficult. And I struggle with it even now. I mean, I knew him for 30 odd years, worked with him for a long time, shared a house with him for many, many, many years. Over 20 years, we moved around and shared houses, then we had a shared flat, and then we went off and did our own things and stuff. But we were always together as the closest of friends. I'm hugely fortunate that I've had lots of very close friendships and have still to this day, but Martin was very something different for me that I found very hard, still do. And I think about him all the time because he was truly, for me, he was an absolute mentor, and when I think about stuff and go, what should I do now? It's like I'd be picking up the phone to Martin and going, what do I do? Or what guidance would you give me? So losing him was really tough over a three-year battle of cancer. So kindest of men would give every penny he had in his bank account, and all of his time and all of his thoughts and love and attention taken way too soon. So that was a dark time for me. Really difficult to come out of that one. And then I lost my sister not long afterwards, and that was equally.
That was so quick.
It wasn't equally different. It was hard but different. I found that was a difficult one. That one. So. And actually,
go on.
In my little preparation, there was a couple more. There was a couple more pictures because I thought you might say something about Martin. So I was prepared for that. So I did find a picture of you and Martin. So and that one was on a stag do. It was one of my many stag do's.
There's been a few.
But yeah, so there's that one. You can have that one, Steve.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that was an incredible stag do.
It was.
That was Brussels, wasn't it?
No, that one was There's been many, Steve. That one's Brighton. It began with a B. That was Brighton.
It was. Oh yes, the Brighton one.
There was one in Brussels.
There was one in Brussels as well. I think that's where I first met Martin. Actually,
probably was
Brussels.
actually. Yeah.
And he was the kindest soul. Oh my goodness! And I remember because way back then we were in Brussels and it's a beer drinking, Stein drinking, and he couldn't console himself because I was drinking Baileys.
It wasn't great. Yes, everyone's having pints of Stein. Then it was a Baileys and somebody had a coffee. Someone had Brian. Brian had a coffee. I'll have a cappuccino. Sorry, Brian.
You outed Brian. Oh, that's brilliant. So I back to print. We've sort of gone. But the print business, how's that changed over the years? And is it changing?
It's changed an awful lot.
Yeah.
And I go back to when I really, really first started in it, and it was you were using films and cameras and again listening to Paula saying about her experience was exactly what I had of having to put these pages up on these wooden shelf things to go and lick and stick letters onto pages and stick a picture on it and then take a picture of that and then take that to a film and do all this stuff, and it was all analog. It was like mad. And then all of a sudden Apple Macs came along and you did it all on the computer, and it was like, wow, that's different. And so I came from this everything being scalpels and licking and sticking everything to now it being almost everything digital. There isn't any part of that process you can't do sat in front of a laptop, and you go, that's quite crazy. And I look at that's 30 odd years of change.
Yes.
But for me, when I look at print, you go, it's still, how do you get ink onto a bit of paper?
Yes.
Or a bit of wallpaper or a floor sticker, vinyl or whatever it is. There's still this engineering feat that takes what you have on your computer and puts it on a bit of paper and makes something like this or this. Because this is obviously printed on an HP product, absolutely. So and printing this sort of stuff, and you go, it's clever how it does it, and the things you can do are almost endless.
Yeah. Where do you see it going in the next 5-10 years? And do you think AI will have an impact in print?
Already does.
It does.
So certainly because I look at print as a journey.
Yeah.
Because it's from somebody's creative mind to then an end result.
Yes.
That is the print journey that you go on. And so AI is already touching the design element of stuff because you can design anything in seconds in AI, but it doesn't take away the creative talent that people have.
No.
It just changes what they do with it.
Just
and then when it goes into
yeah.
the print mechanism of printing stuff, then there's stuff that AI does to go and check that print and avoid mistakes that come out and improve the way that it would actually transition from a computer onto a page.
Yes.
But there's technology that then is in the printers that are checking the printers to make sure that they're working correctly, that is now starting to be AI driven to go and learn about, if it's doing this, then this widget over here might be breaking. So we should fix that before it breaks.
Right.
So it all comes into it and will continue to do so. And people will change. People's jobs won't go away, they'll just change.
Yes.
But print, I look at print and go, where's it going for the future? And you go, it's really difficult. But having things printed digitally that aren't necessarily what you would imagine at the moment, that you're able to take animated stuff and put it onto a printed somehow and then have a flexible, just chuck it up on the wall and have a screen that's up there and you've printed this thing on there that is then not ink on a thing, but you're injecting technology into a page, you go, that's going to happen. I mean, the whole Minority Reports and stuff, when they're moving all this stuff around, you go, that's just going to be a different style of print.
Yeah.
It's about getting an image onto a thing and that's what it'll be. So
that's fascinating, isn't it? Because what you're saying really is print is just taking someone's imagination and putting it up, isn't it? That's the
visualize.
You're not in. It's not physical, is it? It's actually taking someone's creative ideas and then presenting them and visualizing.
That's how I see it. And I think 30 years of doing it, I never thought I would love print like I do.
No.
Because most people go, print's a bit boring. But you go, well, no, it's not. When you start playing around with it, I mean, you played around with the printers and Grace, who never knew anything about print, now knows more about print than I probably do.
Yes.
I mean, if she came in and said, how would you print this on this printer? Why don't you tell me, Grace, how you do it?
Yeah.
I think,
but look at this spreadsheet.
Yeah, a beautiful spreadsheet with conditional formatting and a VLOOKUP table over here.
Oh, that's fascinating, and I suppose we need to touch on that. Where we began is. You also help us with Gangshow.
I do.
And this year, even more so.
I've been sucked in.
Totally. So you were just one of our two Colins, and we met the other Colin.
Yeah.
Our stage
So he's now the other Colin. I am now the Colin. Because I was the other Colin.
Well, some would call you the bald Colin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And bald Colin and old Colin.
Yeah. So they were our stage managers, but this year you've stepped up even more and doing all of our finance. So our finance manager as well. So deep into Gangshow, which we need to plug because
it's coming up soon. It's the first week in May.
It is the first week in May.
1 month when this comes out.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Everybody should come and see it. Ticket sales are hot.
They are.
There might not be any left by the time you see this. So
it's the 60th anniversary.
It is the 60th anniversary show. It is a huge show. Yeah, 60 years of Hastings Gangshow.
That's a milestone.
And so you've seen that our first ones were 1980. Well, actually, I think I was 1983. Was that your first one, 1984?
I think it was around 1980, the early 80s.
Yeah.
So I was trying to work it back, and I thought I must be about 11, 12 when I was doing it, I think.
Yeah.
So,
And like me, we were speaking, I think, a couple of Sundays ago, it's a lot of time we dedicate to this thing. But I think it, for both of us, had such an impact on our lives
I was, today, and it may not come across, but back in the day when I was that age, I was a very shy little boy.
Same. Yeah.
I found it very difficult to stand up in front of one or two people, let alone thousands of people that I have to do now, and do conferences and present in front of hundreds of people sometimes.
Yeah.
I would never have thought at the age of 12, but definitely the Scout Show, Scout Show as it was then and Gangshow now, definitely helped with my confidence to go and do that.
Yes.
And back in the day, I look at this and go, somebody had to be the stage manager, and somebody had to be the finance manager, and somebody had to be the director and the producer and the chaperone and the tuck shop person and the costumes.
Yeah.
Somebody did it and allowed us the opportunity to do it. And now I go, I got some time.
Yeah.
Not much, but I have some time, and I want to give that back to the people that are now doing it, because it's great to see these. I think the right terminology now is young people. Young people. Just making sure. Tick. Young people. Seeing them develop and come in and going, oh my God, I can't even say hello when I'm walking and signing in and saying, oh, I'm Bob, tick the box. And then to getting out on stage and then up in front of 500 people singing, you go from this to this in months.
It is.
It's amazing to see it and to see how much enjoyment they get from it.
Enjoyment and, as you say, lifetime.
Yeah, this is life-changing.
It is.
Mean, there's people that come out of the Gang Show that have ended up being actors.
Oh, absolutely.
And being hugely successful on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the chap's name, but whoever he was. And lots of people going off and doing lots of different things. I mean, I went off and did sold big printers. Yeah. But other people have done lots of other things, and you go, would I have had the confidence to do that if I hadn't done that?
No,
I don't know.
No. And it's that creativity, isn't it? And arts is always pushed so far down in curriculum. Oh, it's maths, it's English, and all of this. But actually, it's stuff like that.
Well, I didn't turn up to school on a Wednesday or French on a Thursday.
And your success is totally down to being in the Scout Show.
Exactly.
And I guess we've spoken a lot about your stresses and how things you've done. But how do you de-stress and What's your hobbies outside of work?
Well, this is one of the reasons why I got back into the Gang Show.
Yeah.
Because I found myself not doing much outside of work.
No.
And went, I need to do something.
Yes.
I used to play a bit of golf and fell out of love with golf. And I used to... I'm sure I did lots of different things, but over time I've just let them slip away. And to de-stress, I thought I need to do something. I need to step off. We got lovely dogs that we go walking in the fields, and that's great. And that's definitely a big one to go and do, because you can just forget about everything and do that. But I did find that a very odd thing. Well, I think it's odd, but I don't think it's odd. But some people might think it's odd. But I sometimes need to just let my brain stop, because I think a lot at work, and it's very intense. And I just sometimes need to switch off. And I used to enjoy building technical Lego sets. And somebody that I work with was doing this, and I went, do you know what, I think I'll do that. So I bought a Lego set, and Christ, they're expensive. Eye-wateringly expensive. So I bought one, and we went on holiday, me and Trish went on holiday, and it was a week of relaxation, and I sat at a dining room table just building for a couple of hours and switched off. Nothing else.
No.
And so I've now built 4 or 5 cars, a motorbike. I've built all of the Formula One cars and all the little ones, not the big ones, because they're about 350 quid a pop. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
Lego if you ever want me to test any of your kit, then again, send it to Sussex Beds.
So you touched on Formula One. I know I don't know which team, and anyone watching. In fact, when you walked in, people might have thought you worked for Ferrari, but you're a big Formula One fan.
I am. I do like, out of all the sports there are, Formula One is my favourite. Yeah. I don't expressly think I know lots about it. I just enjoy it.
Yes.
And again, I think it's part of my switch off that I can just watch it and let it wash over me and enjoy it. But I've followed Formula One for 20 odd years, and I've been to a couple of races, been very fortunate.
Yeah.
I'm going to a race this year.
Yes.
Will me be eating up for sure.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to my first one this year.
Yeah. So but yes, no, Formula One, and yes. The top that I'm wearing for those of you that are viewing from home.
So are you? I was asking this before we come in. Are you a Ferrari fan or are you a Hamilton fan? Do you follow the team or do you follow the?
For me, I follow the driver.
Do you? So you were a Hamilton.
So I've always been Hamilton, or as long as Hamilton's been around.
Yeah.
So Hamilton has been.
Yeah.
I thought he had. Some people think that he's a bit obnoxious, but I think he's a very driven man. And
see what you did there.
Yeah. You see what I did? See, I wrote that one down.
Did you?
No, I didn't. But he's. I see what he does, and I buy into it.
Yeah.
And so I followed him, and I thought he did great at Mercedes and won a load of stuff. But I also have always liked Ferrari, because I don't think you can be an F1 fan and not take the iconic brand of Ferrari and go, you can't but love Ferrari. So when he joined Ferrari, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And then when HP, as you'll see here, is brand on brand, when they decided to sponsor Ferrari, that made my life really easy. I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
So hence why I have my Ferrari top on and my
shoes.
very red trainers.
Yes, look at those red trainers. Yes.
Which I thought I had to wear because Steve always has some flashy trainers of Vans or something. And
yes.
Today, I think I have definitely.
You better shopping. Yeah. I mean, I've gone very sensible. And obviously, age. You look. These look like laces. But actually, they're slip-ons. Yeah. It's practical. Old.
You can't bend down, Steve, like you used to be able to.
Oh, that's fabulous. Are you ready for some quick-fire questions?
Go on, then.
Yeah? Shall we do some quick-fire questions?
I thoroughly enjoyed this, Steve. I say that now because I might not enjoy this bit.
No. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do some quick-fire questions, as we always do. I've got 4 quick-fire questions.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Galaxy chocolate or Cadbury's chocolate?
Easy answer to this.
Go on.
There is only one chocolate.
Oh, only one?
There is only one chocolate. And let me bring it to this forum and go, it's a family business.
Yes.
Originated in Birmingham.
Yes.
Like all successful businesses are family-run businesses.
Yes.
It's got to be Cadbury's.
Cadbury's.
100%.
And it just needs to be Cadbury's. It doesn't need any nuts or fruit in it or anything else.
Just
plain Cadbury's chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I quite like the one with the jelly beans.
No. You're ruining it.
Yes. Yeah. I like that. Little jelly beans, you get a little chewy bit. It's nice.
And as a diabetic, it's perfect for me.
Oh, yeah, we are, aren't we? Yes.
So that's why I don't drink, Steve.
No.
So I can eat the chocolate.
Yeah. I do both. Oops. Anyway, okay. We've touched on this. Which Formula One is your favourite? So
Hamilton, Ferrari.
I've got a question.
Go
Who do
on.
you think's going to win the drivers and the team?
This year.
Year.
Yeah, who should we put money on?
Who are you thinking?
Yeah.
You see, I'll tell you who I'd like to win.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I'll tell you who I think is going to win.
Go on then.
I would really like Lewis to win this year. Because I truly believe that if it doesn't happen this year, it's over for him.
Okay.
I think this is his second year Ferrari.
Yeah.
And he's now 41.
Yeah.
I think if it doesn't happen this year, then he needs to go off and do fashion and music and
or a
whatever.
podcast.
Or a
Could always
podcast,
come
exactly.
on. Yeah.
So I'd like it to be Ferrari and Lewis. That would be awesome.
Are you going to meet him at the F1 this year? Hopefully.
I'm hopeful
Oh my goodness.
that I'll be in the same space. Why don't I just bring him back? Come down to Hastings. Do you need a bed? Yeah, everyone needs a bed, Lewis.
Yeah, they do. Actually, we were in Upfield earlier. Yeah. And we were in McDonald's.
We were.
And Rag and Bone Man was in the car next to us.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Yeah.
We went, that's Rag and Bone Man. We were like,
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway,
so
we digress.
Lewis and Ferrari, but
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen
Yes.
is Lando's going to do it.
Do you think so?
really?
I think he's gonna recover his little blip at the beginning,
Yeah.
and he's going to come back, and it's going to happen.
Grace
for
will
him.
be pleased.
Grace will be very happy with that. That's for you, Grace.
Okay. Right, question number 4. If you weren't in the print industry, what job would you be doing?
So, if you ask my parents
Yes.
of what I should have been,
Yes.
I think that they both would say an accountant,
Oh. But you...
because that's where I went to college to go and
that's
study,
right, yeah,
and
yeah.
came out and just
Yeah.
didn't bother finishing the last year to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that the important bit of the accounting
Yeah, that
course?
was the bit when that's the bit when you add
The
it
added
all
up
up.
bit.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
if I had my time again,
Yes.
I would be a Formula One driver.
Oh my!
Love it.
Actually, you are good in the karts, aren't you?
I love it.
Yeah,
Whatever it is,
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
cars. I like
Yeah.
driving. I like driving fast. I like driving slow. I like driving go-karts. I like
Yeah.
watching it, and
Yeah.
I've driven lots of very different vehicles over the years. But yeah, I think given my time again, I'd be a Formula One driver.
Love it.
Yeah. Whereas
I'll be up on the podium with Lewis
Yeah.
and Lando.
Be nice
Yeah.
and yeah.
It'll be
yeah.
just all three of
Either
us.
side and
Be
Colin Easton.
Shaking the phone.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, Formula One. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I have seen you in the karts too. Myself, not so good at the
At
karts.
that time, you were almost going backwards, Steve.
He's having a good time, weren't you?
You were.
Do you know what? I didn't come last. This was in
No,
Brussels
you
as
didn't
well.
come last. No, this was Brussels.
It was in Brussels
This
as
was
well.
another stag do.
Lee come last.
Yeah.
But the only reason I didn't come last was they waved this checkered flag and Lee thought he had to stop. And he stopped and I went past. So I was second to last. He was livid.
Yeah, he was utterly livid. Yeah. We'll remind him in a minute.
Yeah. I beat Lee.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, the fourth and final question is what is the correct percentage of crumble to apple?
Oh, now, am I allowed to? This is a safe space.
Very safe. Yeah, the doors.
I know Paula is outside.
Yes.
She won't hear this, will she?
No, she won't.
Okay.
No.
Then the correct ratio is 70 crumble, 30 apple.
You've heard it here. Yeah.
And I have been known, not on just one occasion, in a restaurant to ask what ratio they offer.
Said that to me earlier.
And they said, it's okay, we can make the ratio what you want it to be.
Oh,
Legend.
Yes.
It is. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm having crumble then.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Just the way you said that about asking a restaurant. I have also asked, not on apple crumble, but is your pie a pie
Or a pudding.
or a stew with a lid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't stand that. No,
Yeah.
when it says
very
pie,
different.
I want a pie.
a pie is a
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah.
You know, not stew with a lid. No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Heard it here. 70-30.
70-30.
70-30. Ah, we've come to the end of our of our podcast.
I'm sad.
Yeah, we've had good fun. And
I've loved it.
Oh, and this is the last one of this season.
It is.
So we're going to wrap things up for this season, but we will be back. We already have quite a few guests lined up for our next season, and we'll give more details as we get closer. I think we're going to squeeze in next month one more episode, which is our 1 year anniversary of podcasting.
Ooh,
We are. So we're going to,
we would have thought that,
a
Steve.
year. I know.
It's pretty mental.
It is. Doesn't seem like a year. Where's that gone? So we're going to do that. And then we'll be back fully in May for our season 4 with lots more guests, lots more chat, business, personal, life, and laughs. So we'll be back.
And crumble.
And crumble. No stupidly.
No.
No stupid. It really, it's a bugbear. Anyway, so if you want, in between now and then, some more unfiltered business talk, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at An Unorthodox CEO.
Woo!
So that's it. We're signing off. If you're listening, just one more question.
Oh.
Colin, do you sleep on a Sussex bed?
I have. All the beds in all the rooms in my house, sounds like a mansion, are Sussex beds. And they are awesome.
There we go. Yeah, you've heard it here. You don't need to listen to anything
Yep.
else.
No,
There we go. So if you're listening in the morning, good morning and welcome to another fresh day of listening to us whittle along. If you're walking your dogs, lunchtime, having a sandwich, whatever you're doing, thank you very much for listening. And if you're settling into your Sussex bed, good night and see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Woo!
Love that.